Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another exciting Daily December. This is Daily December, day number 6, 2015. Um, so, to make a long story short, um, another part of the repressed memory that I have been going to therapy for has recently started to resurface. Which has messed me up massively. Um, every day I wake up, I feel like I ran a marathon the night before. It's not fun. So, as a way to deal with this, I've decided for today's Daily December, I want to talk about something a little bit more uplifting, something that gave me a lot of hope, and something that meant a lot to me. We are coming up on almost a year of it being defunct now. Um, and I want to talk about exactly how important it was to the community, how important it was to those people involved, and everything that kind of came about because of it. The thing I'm talking about is the Geek and Sundry Vlogs channel. For those of you that are new to Geek and Sundry that maybe have only really known about it recently due to Twitch or due to Critical Role, you may have no idea exactly what it even is. Um, the Geek and Sundry Vlogs channel was an initiative that Felicia Day came up with as a way to highlight some people that had unique ideas, as a better way to communicate with her fan base, um, and just as a way to kind of expand the topics that Geek and Sundry could get involved in. It started back in 2013 with a group of 8 vloggers that were picked by Felicia Day and possibly Jenny Powell. I'm not sure how much influence she had in the original picking. They were Nika Harper, also known as Nika Soar, Becca and Neil, Tiger Monkey, Sachi, Amy Dallin, Jeff Lewis, and I believe Katie Sadow. These 8 people were chosen to create bi-weekly vlogs for this new vloggers channel. Now, one of the other things that Felicia really wanted to do was she wanted to be able to connect with her audience more. She wanted her audience to be a part of this channel. So she started something. I don't think they ever gave it an official name. Those of us that were involved, we just called it the Vlogger Search. Since then, I like the idea of it being called the Vlogger Initiative, just because that little Avengers connection seems really cool. So, what it was she basically challenged her audience to go, hey, if you guys have things that you're passionate about, that you're geeky about, that you think you could turn into a semi-weekly show, make a vlog about it and apply, and we will eventually pick 10 of the ones that we feel will fit best with the channel, and they will become official Geek and Sundry vloggers. And what happened next changed my life, changed a lot of people's lives. All of us got together and started making vlogs to talk about the stuff that we were passionate about. They had things, everything from myths, which you guys should know if you follow Dale Kingsmail. They had video game vlogs. They had vlogs about storytelling. They had vlogs about life hacks. They had vlogs about physics and quantum physics and science and things like that. Like literally, if there was a topic, somebody made a vlog about it. And for a month, we all met on the Geek and Sundry forums. We would talk to each other. Jens Reichen and I started working on getting geeks together to have hangouts as a way to kind of cross promote and get to know each other. And that was the beginning of the Geek End Hangouts, which was an amazingly awesome thing that lasted quite a while. And it was where I met one of my closest friends. Jens and I don't get to communicate as much as I'd like to anymore. But he is seriously one of the most unique and talented individuals I've ever met in my life. And I never would have met him at all had it not been for the Geek and Sundry Vlogger initiative. So, after about a month of us trying to plug our own stuff, I got a little over 200 votes for mine. The top ones got thousands of votes. So I was never in the running to be a vlogger. The vlog that I created was an early version of Training Day, and it was horrendous. It was unfocused. It was poorly shot. It was poorly edited. It was literally, it was the very first vlog I ever did, and I actually shot it and edited it 3 different times. Like, that was the 3rd video I made of that particular thing, and it was very difficult, but it was very rewarding. And I turned it into a semi-weekly series for well over a year, and plan on bringing it back. Unfortunately, the vision I have for it requires a lot of time and a slight monetary commitment that I just don't have yet. But I already have the first series for the new version of Training Day created and everything. I just have to pen the script and get to shooting it. So yeah, so what happened was they took well over, I think it was something like 600 some on vlogs. Like, it was a ton. And they narrowed it down to 30. And then we all got to vote on which ones we wanted to be a part of this. Now, the voting process was not the only thing that was considered when the vloggers got chosen, the final 10 got chosen. A lot of it, Felicia and Jenny both had a lot of control over who was going to be a part of it, and they wanted people that would fit in. So it wasn't a straight up popularity contest. It was an actual combination of, popularity and quality of content and just skill and uniqueness and creativity. And it eventually turned into the final 10 vloggers. I know, and it might have been, I think Katie actually might have been one of the ones that actually auditioned, because I know Paul Mason was added in later on, Paul the DIY guy. And then the new people that got added in were Mitch Hutz with his show Critical Hit Cocktails, Mia and Omar, who are the 2 broke geeks, Christina Viziu, which I think I may be pronouncing her name right, and she did a one about photography, Songs of Adventure, which was Vaughn and Caitlin, who they remixed video game music using her amazing violin skills. Dale Kingsmill, who still does a mythology vlog. Curiosity, which is Kiri Callaghan's show, which she still does, along with a ton of other things. Terry Latorco had a wargaming vlog she did, which she still does kind of in a form, but she has a lot of other things she does as well now. She actually does this thing called Star Trek Hour. I believe it's once a week, where they take to Twitter, and I believe it's partially a podcast as well, and they talk about things involving Star Trek. You had the Old School Pixel Party with Scott Tumulty, who was one of my favorite members of the Vlogger staff. He and I got to connect a couple of times, and he's a wonderful, wonderful gentleman. You had Akeem Lawson, who did voice, basically voiceover type stuff and funny voices and stuff like that. You had Holland Farkas, who had a movie vlog that I actually really enjoyed, because movies are a big part of mine. And then finally, they had 2 guest vloggers that would come in and do a special vlog every other week. So yeah, it was amazing. It lasted for a little over a year. It made it all the way into 2015, and then February of 2015 they started closing it down. The original thought was they would end it right when the Twitch channel began. Uh, but information leaked, and the audience itself could notice like there were certain vlogs that just weren't appearing anymore, and it was becoming less and less regular. And the audience itself could tell something was going on. The fact that it happened not really shortly after, but after they were acquired by Legendary, just fueled the rumor mill in general. But I don't want to talk about it ending. I want to talk about what it did. The Vlogger initiative itself, I think, was one of. I think it's the reason that Geek and Sundry has the community that it does now. The Geek and Sundry vlog, or the Geek and Sundry forums, for years and years and years, I would say, hey, if you haven't visited them yet, go visit them. It's the nicest place on the internet. And it truly was. Back when they were kept well and had a thriving community, it was amazing the things that you could see there. I got communication with people, and we did amazing things. The Geek and Sundry forums is where they made the Felicia Day tribute that was all done through the Geek and Sundry forums, and like they really were an amazing, wonderful place. And a lot of that was because when the Vlogger initiative started, we had all these people that were vying for these 10 spots. And instead of like most reality television of us trying to cut each other's throats and things like that, we formed a bond. And we became lifelong friends where we simply would sit there and go, well, no, maybe if you did this, you might do better. Or, I'm really voting for this guy. We regularly would tell people to vote for other vloggers because we were such a tight-knit group. And even the people that weren't involved directly in the vlogger search, they didn't make their own video, became part of this group and this team that was incredibly supportive. And it bled into everything that Geek and Sundry did. We would show up in the comment section on their videos. We would show up to conventions to meet them in person. A lot of the moderators that help out with the Twitch chat and help keep it the very positive, amazing place that it is are directly from the moderators from the Geek and Sundry forums. I know quite a few of them. They're wonderful, amazing people. The Geek and Sundry Vlogs channel is the reason that the audience for Critical Role, the critters, are the amazing people that they are. The reason that Team Human does the things that it does is because 2 years ago, or God, it's been almost 3 years now, 2.5 years ago, a bunch of people got together with the idea that they could join the people that they admired the most, and they could grow and learn and become better content creators from masters of the craft. They were directly mentored by Felicia Day and Jenny Powell. If you don't know who Jenny is, she produced the Lizzie Bennett Diaries. She literally has done just tons and tons of incredibly successful things on YouTube, and have done. Everyone that I've talked to that actually had communications with her says that she is a wonderful, amazing person. I personally have never had the chance to communicate with her, but everything I hear is that she's amazing, and that's what Geek and Sundry Vlogs was. Some people, the fact that it only lasted for, less than 2 years, some people would point to that as, well, obviously it was a failure. I mean, it didn't really, do anything. I would say it's the most successful thing Geek and Sundry has ever done. The reason I have a YouTube channel, the reason I have 2 YouTube channels, was because of Geek and Sundry Vlogs. Like I said, the reason that the critters are the people that they are, that Team Human are the people that they are, is because of Geek and Sundry Vlogs. Because it started with this core group of people that cared about each other more than just because, you know, they had a common interest. We bled together. We went through very difficult times with each other, and we went out of our ways to try and help each other out and to grow and change. Um, and that is amazing, is what it is. It probably one of the hardest uh, and most disappointing days of my life was the day that they announced that Geek and Sundry Vlogs was ending, because to me that showed promise. That showed that if I worked hard enough and if I continued to improve myself, maybe one day I could earn the right to be considered part of this elite group, that I still follow as many of them as I can on a regular basis. I watch Sachi stream all the time. Amy Amy Dallin, I'm just barely shy of stalking. Amy, if you're watching this, I'm not as creepy as I sound. Um, Paul Mason, I try and watch his stuff when I can. Me and Omar, Omar and I have fairly regular communication through Twitter and Facebook. I watch almost everything that Two Broke Geeks do. I try and keep up with Vaughn and Caitlin, but she is so popular and so busy with her violin career that, and it's you know, an ocean away. Dale, I watch all of her stuff. Kiri, I stalk incessantly. I'm sorry, Kiri. Again, I'm not that creepy. And she's amazing. Scott, I watch all of his stuff still. Holland, I've been so happy to see how well she's doing at Rocket Jump. The only thing that I guess I'm kind of upset about is the fact that we don't see her vlogs anymore. They were definitely one of my favorites. Um, you know, these are people that I never would have met. That some of them I consider my friends. Some I just consider people that I admire. That I hope someday I can call friend. But yeah, I mean this was an amazing thing. No one has ever done anything like this before. I have no idea if anyone will try and do it again. But no matter what you say about the monetary aspect of it, the Geek and Sundry Vlogs channel, again, in my opinion, was the greatest success Geek and Sundry has ever had. It has changed the way their audience interacts with them. It has created probably one of the most supportive audiences on the internet. And it has established lifelong friendships. Just as kind of a way to acknowledge a few of the people that I met through there. Elias Thompson is one of my closest friends on the internet. Don Diego is an amazing, lovely human being. I've already mentioned Jens. Just a phenomenal, wonderful person. Daniel Wallace, the guy that came over to the All Free Geek Alliance to host our Dungeons and Dragons show and our RPG show. Blair Beveridge, I met through there. I may be forgetting a lot of people right now because, like I said, I am very much exhausted. But these are the people that I consider my friends now. She does. What's her name? She does historical European martial arts. Kristen Brumley. There we go. Kristen Brumley. I met through there, along with just tons and tons and tons and tons of people. They're amazing. Sarah Braun, who joined me at the first channel that I attempted to start as a collab channel, who still does a television vlog that I watch every episode of. Yeah, these are amazing, wonderful people. They really are. I think Momo was another one that might have been. Momo and Jesse Egglasses, I think, were part of that group. If not, they were a direct offshoot due to just getting to know them. through extended people. Gil Ramirez, another amazing person that actually applied to be a vlogger. He had a blacksmithing vlog, surprisingly enough, and it was awesome. So yeah, these are the kind of things that I think about when I'm in those deep, dark recesses of my mind that I can't get out of. I kind of reflect on that incredibly magical time when it felt like really anything could happen, that I could get to know and I could become a part of this incredible group if I just focused myself and if I just focused on improving myself and improving those around me, because that was the whole point of the vlogger channel, was to get people to just kind of improve themselves and grow. So that's all for me today. If you guys know any of them, any of the people that were vloggers, any of the people that were directly affected by the vlogging channel, just send out a little, hey, congrats on being a part of history. In the comments below, if you were part of the original group that submitted videos, post something. Link your video if you can. I'm actually not sure if YouTube lets you do that or if I've set it up so you could do that. But your original Geek and Sundry vlog, I will have a link to mine in the description. Feel free to link your old ones just to see how far we've gotten. And yeah, that's all for me today. See you guys tomorrow for another daily vlog, daily December. All right? Bye-bye!